Coming up on Golf Central, the best in the world prepare for the plantation course in Paradise. You'll hear from Player of the Year Dustin Johnson, who'll be teeing it up alongside defending champ Jordan Spieth.
I gave like a big fist pump. I was walking around with my hands up like, you know, demon's gone.
What has Spieth so fired up ahead of the SBS Tournament of Champions? That answer is on the way. Plus, Tiger Woods adds another event to his winter schedule. All the details right now on Golf Central.
Golf Central. Brought to you by Titleist.
Tiger Woods has announced that he will play in the Farmers Insurance Open for the first time since 2015 when he withdrew because of a bad back. Woods has had a lot of success at Torrey Pines with 7 Farmers wins plus a U.S. Open victory. Tiger previously announced that he will enter the Genesis Open at Riviera for the first time since 2006, a tournament that he had to withdraw from as well. He's never won at Riviera but finished runner-up in 1998 and 1999. Hello, welcome to Golf Central. Lisa Cornwell, Trip Eisenhower, Tim Rosafort. You want me to ask the Captain Obvious question? Any surprise that Tiger's going to Torrey?
No, I mean, clearly after Hero, we saw a lot of good things. Yeah, there were some things he needed to brush up on, but what a great place to brush up on it, Tim, a place that he's won so many times over the years, including his last major championship. I'm not shocked at all that he's playing at Torrey.
Well, me neither. There was talk about Abu Dhabi, but if you look at the schedule, it doesn't make sense. It's a week before Torrey. He's not going to fly across the ocean, play in the desert, and then fly back in time to get to San Diego. And he's had so much success there. It's really one of those Tiger stomping grounds. So it's a great place for him to start his comeback.
All right, we'll have much more on Tiger's announcement later in the show, but right now we want to focus on this week's event in the beautiful, or on the beautiful island of Maui, I should say. The PGA Tour kicks off the 2017 portion of its schedule. The field is only open to winners from the 2016 calendar year, and 32 of the 38 eligible players are set to tee it up at Kapalua. This time last year, Jordan Spieth was #1 in the world and about to earn his 7th PGA Tour title in the SBS Tournament of Champions. Even though he's now an 8-time winner, Spieth has dropped just a little bit down to #5 in the world, but his confidence is sky high and he's ready for a big year ahead. For more on the 23-year-old 2-time major winner, we say hello to Todd Lewis, who joins us live from the Plantation course.
Aloha, Lisa, and Jordan Spieth should be the favorite once again here this week, especially if you consider what he'd done over the last 2 starts here at the Plantation course. He's played 8 competitive rounds here at the Tournament of Champions, and he is cumulatively 48 under par. And after each one of those rounds, he's been first or second on the leaderboard. So I asked Jordan, why has he had so much success here on the Plantation course? And he said simply, here I'm more of an artist and less of a mechanic.
This course, a lot like Augusta National, a few other ones, with the amount of slope and uneven lies and the amount of imagination you need in approach shots and on and around the greens, it brings out more of the feel side of my game, more of a kind of a quick twitch, reactionary type golf that I just love playing and I feel like is my DNA, my golf DNA. I feel like that's an advantage of mine here. Feel very comfortable doing that, kind of being able to, if the ball's below my feet, feeling comfortable lining up, a good 10, 15 yards left of target and trusting that the ball is going to work its way back. The big greens with a lot of slope allow the ability to almost, for me, feel like there's more room for error and you can still hit the ball close to the hole. You can land it next to the hole or you can feed it off ridges. Just helps me commit to shots for whatever reason.
Of course, we're about 3 months away from the first major of 2017, the Masters, and from now until then, a lot will be talked about what happened with Jordan Spieth in the 2016 Masters. Of course, he turned the corner, having the lead rather on the back 9, and then had, according to him, a collapse highlighted by a triple bogey on the par 3 12th hole. Well, last month, Jordan went back to Augusta National and got a bit of redemption.
I went there and played there in December, first time back. I was very nervous when I got on 12th tee, and I hit an 8-iron over the bunker to about 15 feet. Greens were a little slower, and I'd left a lot of putts short. And I was in the group. I was like, there's no chance I'm leaving this short. And I hit this putt from about 15, 18 feet. I was pumped to hit the green. And then I hit my putt, and it just about stopped short on the front lip and fell in for a 2. And I gave like a big fist pump. I was walking around with my hands up, like, you know, demon's gone, you know. And then I went back the next day. We played it the next morning, and I hit a 9-iron this time to a left pin, and it landed about 3 feet beyond the hole, and they were really, really soft. And it sucked back and almost went in, went right around the lip to about this far. So I got 2 2s out of number 12, first time back. So last 2 times I played the hole, I made birdie.
Of course, Jordan arrived here in 2016 at the SBS Tournament of Champions with so much hype, coming off that great 2015 where he won 2 major championships, won the FedEx Cup, and was named the PGA Tour Player of the Year. Last year had a very solid year with 2 wins on the PGA Tour, but not anything close to what he did the year prior. He said he learned a lot last year, mostly learning how to manage expectations. He now understands, Lisa, that it's not about a tournament, it's not about a year, it's about a career, and there will be ups and downs.
Todd Lewis, thank you very much. It's always interesting to hear some insight on Jordan Spieth, and he's very honest. We heard him in his press conference today. 30 under trip last year in the win over 4 rounds. What impressed you the most with him?
Well, his iron play. And if you looked at how his iron play was coming off of the great year that he had in 2015, he steps on to 2016, and the iron shots that he was hitting, it looked like, okay, look out, 2016, he's just going to hit repeat on the irons that he was hitting in 2015. And time again, he was hitting irons close, and in particular, not just the short irons, everything was in flight. In strokes gained approach shots, he was 6th in this tournament. That was his best of 2016. And the other thing, that he led the field in proximity to the hole outside of 200 yards with shots like this, just beautiful long iron shots, and he really just distanced himself from the field, just marching to an 8-shot victory. And then the things happened with Jordan Spieth that were un-Jordan Spieth-like. You saw some inconsistent iron play. There you can see the difference in the stats and the fall off. And look, he had a great year. He putted better in 2016 than he did in 2015. Hard to believe that, but he did statistically. There were a lot of areas of his game that were better. The one area that was worse markedly was the iron play, in particular a miss to the right. And I guarantee you that he and Cameron McCormick were aware of that, and they spent time in the offseason working on it. He probably got the mechanics out of the way, like you said, Tim, and now he gets there and he gets creative, and those mechanics will be solidified. And look for Jordan Spieth to have another great week this week.
As a journalist, I love that anecdote about 12, going back there. He's exercised the demons now. It's probably going to, in Jordan Spieth's all-time, interview reel, that would be on it. I got a kick out of him talking about how he's playing with the CEO of AT&T, Randall Stevenson, and intimating that he was just dying to either text somebody, call Michael Greller, get it out there as quick as possible. I'm free again. Obviously a difference between out there with some buddies, hanging out, having a great time, even considering the history, and then stepping on that tee after just coming up bogeys at 10 and 11. Your body's stressed. It's the Masters. As he said, his whole managing expectations kind of hard to do after you start the tournament like that after the year he had in 15. But welcome to the real world, I guess, as it relates to golf. And now he can step forward, and it'll be interesting to see how he plays that hole when it counts for real when we get to April.
I thought the funny part of that story is he made sure and hit it past the pin. There was no way he was going to be short on that one. Well, Jordan Spieth has the very last tee time on Thursday, 5:50 Eastern Time. He'll be playing alongside world number 3, Dustin Johnson, who spoke with the media earlier today.
Yeah, it was a good year. It was obviously, to get the first major win was huge, and and then obviously I continued to play really well after that, and got 2 more wins to finish off the year. And so this year I'm just looking for kind of the same thing, just keep putting myself in positions to win golf tournaments.
Playing just in front of Spieth and DJ is world number 1 Jason Day and Patrick Reed. They go off at 5:40 Eastern Time. Let's hear a small portion of Reed's session with media.
It's always a good place to start, because that means last year you won a golf tournament, so you're obviously coming off of a good year, and to be able to come into this year, coming into an event that's a small field, yet a challenging golf course, it kind of sets the tone on allowing you to see what you worked on in the off season, how it is under the gun, and it's a big week to start off, especially at first week coming out and playing a golf course. Usually you'll have some wind, you have different kind of conditions, so you really get to test everything.
Jason Day, Bubba Watson, and defending champ Jordan Spieth headline a winners-only field in Hawaii. Our coverage of the SBS Tournament of Champions begins tomorrow at 5 p.m. on Golf Channel and continues Saturday at 4 on NBC. Tiger Woods keeps adding more tournaments to his 2017 schedule. Earlier, we highlighted he will play in the Farmers Insurance Open in January and the Genesis Open in February. Now we've learned he will tee it up in the Honda Classic at PGA National in March. Much more reaction to Woods' upcoming schedule still ahead on Golf Central.
Golf Central is brought to you by the Titleist Pro V1 and Pro V1X. Make a difference in your game. The Hawaiian Islands. Visit gohawaii.com/golf.